Hello ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between, and none of the above, welcome back to We Love Your Deck. Welcome to today's Factions Friday, where we talk about a faction in the Magic universe and the mechanics that give them flavor. Today's faction is the Black, Green, and Blue Sultai brood. In the original timeline, the Sultai were a hedonistic and ruthless clan that resided in the abandoned palaces of the jungles of Tarkir. The clan was ruled by Naga and Rakshasas, employing necromancy to fight against the other clans. In the new timeline created by the Planeswalker Sarkhan volume, the Naga and Rakshasas never took control of the clan, and because of that, they had no means to control the undead of the clan, meaning they fell under the control of the broodlord Silumgar. And after the Phyrexian invasion, Silumgar was left weak, leading to a revolt and overthrowing the broodlord, recreating the clan without the dragon's cruelty and extravagance, with the new nation becoming merchants and strong believers in the cycle of life and death, with zombies being created in a ceremony as a source of wisdom for the clan. The Sultai are inspired loosely by the Khmer Empire as well as some Indonesian influences. Notable members of the Sultai include Sidisi, who in the original timeline was Khan of the Sultai and uses her allegiance to the demon Rakshasas to gain powerful necromancy powers. However, in the new timeline, she never became Khan and instead became an undead vizier to the broodlord Sulimgar, who was kept around due to her ability to keep the undead in check but ended up losing all power and influence during the Phyrexian invasion due to the destruction of Sulimgar's kingdom, where she then fled instead of submitting herself to the re-emerging Sultai. Or the current Khan, Kotis, a Sibsig warrior who lost his life during the Phyrexian invasion but was raised from the dead during a ritual to lead the new Sultai. For a clan of necromancers, the graveyard is a big focus for the Sultai, using death as a resource, and their mechanics mirrored that. Like Delve, which uses cards already in your graveyard to reduce the cost of otherwise incredibly difficult to cast spells. Which, with the Sultai in the original timeline using the dead as a resource, was great. Then, under Silumgar, Exploit was a creature-focused mechanic that would have a creature sacrifice another creature as it entered the battlefield to gain some sort of additional effect, and under Silumgar, the desire to sacrifice the weak to empower the strong was a huge focus. And finally, after the reformation of the Sultai, Renew was a mechanic that had creatures exiling themselves from the graveyard to put a counter of sorts onto a creature on the battlefield, meaning that the dead are used to better the living. And that covers the basics of the Sultai. We'll keep going over the other guilds next week. If you like what you heard and want to keep learning more, why not give me a follow? And as always, I'll catch you on the flip side, Planeswalkers. And remember, be good to each other.